Hey there, it's Jenny, and I am back with another Traveler's Notebook process video. I am using the Cocoa Daisy Elegance Blooms collection another time. I think I only have one more project left in me after this one, but this collection was so pretty and so easy to use, so here I am. I am trimming down the paper to 4 1/8 inch and 8 1/8 inch. I'm also trimming this cardstock to just a 1/4 inch smaller so I can put it on top of that plaid paper. Now I'm using the pink ledger paper for the opposite side, the background over there, and these are going to go next to each other. So this left hand side is going to have the two pocket cards vertically. However, they're a little bit big. So I decided that I was going to trim a 1/2 inch off the width and 1/2 inch off the height. So I just did a 1/4 inch on all four sizes in order to keep the design centered. Obviously the heart patterned one, I didn't need to do that. I could just trim a 1/2 inch off the top and off the side, and there we go. I am adhering those down on top of one another. It's creating a very linear look, drawing your eye from top to bottom and filling the page. Now I'm just going to go ahead and adhere that white cardstock onto that plaid cardstock as well. I liked the plaid cardstock fine. I didn't love it, so this is a good way for me to use it. It gets to have that little peekaboo edge around the outside, and it adds a little bit of contrast and pairs really nicely with that card that has the text on it. I'm just going to map my photo super quick by adding the white cardstock. It allows it to pop off the page by looks. Like it looks like it's off from the pink patterned paper, and then also it just gives a little bit more texture and helps create some layers as well. Now I'm going to use the tag from this stamp set, and I'm going to use the black VersaFine stamp ink and stamp that right on the chevron pattern. I really am not the hugest fan of chevrons, so I sort of shy away from it, if you will. But this seemed like a really good way to get a little bit of that more bold color onto the page simply by using the pattern paper to make a tag. So I'm just cutting out the outside really quickly, and then I'm going to adhere it right here, kind of in the center of the page, honestly, overlapping the photo ever so slightly. Now I wanted to look at the die cuts and all of the things that I have left from the kits so that I can find what I want to use to embellish. I know that I want to add 3 clusters as usual for my visual triangle, and that tag will be one of them. I'm going to use the little frame over on the bottom left. I love that, especially layered with these really pretty florals. This is actually a photo that was taken at the beach, and you wouldn't know that because of the rock behind us. It's a big sort of cliff, if you will, and it's so pretty, and I absolutely positively love the photo so much. So I'm super excited to be documenting this moment. I'm using foam adhesive to pop the tag up off the page. I wanted to give that little added bit of dimension right there. I like that. I'm really just so excited about using that patterned paper because, like I said, I don't love chevrons, but I love having that color, and I think it looks great. Now this little weekend die cut is very cool right there. So I'm going to adhere it to the tag, but since we already used the foam squares, I need to use a little piece of a foam square under the furthest right pennant to pop it up as well so that it's well supported. Cute, right? I love how I've got it a little bit askew as well, being flush on the right hand side. And then right below it on the tag, I'm going to add this little chipboard piece right there. And that completes that cluster. We have the background, the accent, and the anchor right there. And so I think it looks super cool. Now I'm going to use the heart up in the upper left hand corner, but I know that I need a little bit more for that as well. So I'm going to ponder that while I'm adhering this lower left cluster. I just added that little text on there as well. I love it. It's super flat, not very much dimension, so I'm going to add a couple of the enamel or the glitter dots because they're so pretty, and it gives just a little bit more something and a little bit more dimension. So now up here I'm going to put the die cut there, but I know I also want to use one of these little chipboard hearts. So I'm using the liquid adhesive just to make sure it sticks. Sometimes these chipboard pieces have a tendency to pop off, which isn't because there's not enough adhesive on it. It's just a combination of things, and I want to make sure that it sticks. So I just added a little bit of wet glue right there. Now I'm going to add a tiny bit more stamping. There is a word in script that says together, and I thought it would be cute to do a tone-on-tone stamping up at the top on the right-hand side. So I simply pulled out that Distress Oxide and stamped up there. Now I didn't do a good job. I didn't give it even firm pressure on the bottom center of the together, so I had to go back a couple of times and try to fix that the best that I could. It was fine. It could have been okay not having the whole word stamped there, but I didn't see the point because it was easy enough to fix, or at least mostly get it right. Now I'm using these white puffy alphas to put the title down. I wanted to do it vertically for some reason. I was feeling that today, and I am just spelling out never enough down the side of the page. So it's sort of pulling the entire thing together, both the tag cluster and the photo as well. I really love how this turned out. I know it's a very pink layout again, but I think it's really a lot of fun. Now I am going to just add my handwritten journaling down here at the bottom, telling the story of the photo and the day, and that's it for me. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below, and I will do my very best to get back to you. Thanks so much, and make it a great day.